maybe just now in your speech, you also mentioned that Malay and non-Malay both have their worries.
Yes, both have their worries. Yes.
So how do you think how Pakatan to handle or to balance their worries?
No, I think what we need is that we need a Malaysian approach towards problems. A Malaysian approach towards problems also requires a Malaysian solution. And I think got to continue to show sincerity that our policies are designed to help all the poor regardless of race. Because when you're poor, it doesn't matter whether you're Malay, Chinese, Indian, Iban, Kadazan, Orang Asli, you're poor. And then at the same time, we also want to let the private sector drive the economy forward. And lastly, you got to also invest in basic infrastructure. Especially you look at the latest technology like digital economy, 5G. I think these are the areas that you need to invest to push or to move Malaysia forward.
So do you think Dato' Sri mentioned that any best policy actually can handle the worry?
Yes, definitely. First, you need to implement a needs-based regime or a needs-based policy so that you can assist those, not only those who are poor, but those who are disadvantaged and need your help. I think no Malaysian would oppose that. As I said, you want to help the poor, regardless of race, it should be helped. We don't deny that the overwhelming majority of those who need help are the Malays. Perhaps 85% or 80%. But that doesn't mean that there are no poor Indians, there are no poor Chinese, there are no poor Iban, Kadazan, or Orang Asli. But maybe the numbers are smaller, but they are still poor. So first, you have needs-based policy so that you can convince everyone that we're taking a Malaysian approach. And then the other one, you must give opportunities, not just in education, but also in terms of employment and business. We have said before, people are no longer satisfied with food, clothing, and shelter. They are now also focused on opportunities in education, employment, and also business. And once you want to give them opportunities, like for example, you talk about buying Malaysian products, you must also equip them with the necessary skills to be able to compete internationally. You can compete in Malaysia, it's not good enough. Now you got to be able to compete globally. Only when you can compete globally, then can you succeed. Because in business nowadays, you're all talking about scale. If you don't have the scale, it's very hard to be able to be successful. So you must be able to compete globally. So I think that's where we need Malaysian champions. I think we have Malaysian champions. Petronas is a good example of Malaysian champion. So we need more Malaysian champions. And that's why it's important for the private sector to give the necessary incentives to fashion an entrepreneurial state so that we can drive the economy forward through the private sector. I mean, the government is supportive, but the private sector must take the lead.